Hi everyone, this is Pyro JM, and here we go. This is stash video number 2. Now if you haven't seen stash video number 1, please do go to my channel and have a look at that one. As I said, we're doing things differently this year. Rather than all the fireworks being put together, we're actually doing each display as a separate fireworks stash video. So this display that you're about to see here is the New Year's Eve display, which I do for my village, and this budget for this one is £500. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's not a lot of fireworks for £500. But the reason why there aren't that many is because we've gone slightly for bigger fireworks and less time. Last year lasted about 13 minutes. We want to cut that down to between 6 and 8 minutes, and this is pretty much what we have. So let's go ahead and show you what we've got. Now these are not in particular firing order. They are kind of randomly set out. So first off, we've got two of these. These you remember them from last year if you've seen my last year's videos of my stash. This is Stinger by Bright Star Fireworks, 25 shot barrage. A really nice cake. This one a bit unusual. It does a croisette effect. Now a croisette is a single star that goes up, and then when it goes up it splits exactly into 4 stars of the same color. It's a professional effect, not loud. It's not a big loud bouquet or anything like that. It's a very professional effect, and not many cakes actually do it. I think the only other cake that I can think of that Galactic Fireworks sell that do it is the TARDIS by Celtic, which is a single ignition display in a box. A very good firework itself. I did actually get that last year, but there we go. There are the effects: red, green, yellow and blue croisettes. 25 shots, and we'll fire these together, yeah, that should be a nice, slightly different part of the display. I'm not sure whether I might actually set these up in a slightly V formation. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see what comes about with that one. Next up, this is the first time I've had this firework. This is liquid gold. Now this is, I'm surprised actually, this is a big piece. Very loud. It fires off in banks of 5 shots. It's a fan firework, and this is actually going to be our starting firework for this year. So it's going to grab the attention very, very quickly. There you can see the details. But if you have a look at the video online, that's probably the best place to start. Lasts about 15 to 20 seconds, maybe a little bit more. But it's a big piece, really nice firework. I love the gold top, very, very smooth. And, well, me being a pyromaniac, obviously, I like to touch and feel everything. It's very nerdy, but there you go. we're all a bit like that, unfortunately, as pyromaniacs. But liquid gold, so that's going to be starting the display. And then we have Open Fire 2. Now this is actually a replacement, because we were going to have a slightly different finale than what we have now. And this actually came in as a replacement for another firework that was going to be on its own. So Open Fire 2 by Brothers Pyrotechnics, a lovely Z firing cake, very, very nice firework with gold mines, and beautiful. I mean, this really is a top quality firework. I mean, I really did like the Open Fire 1, the original. Very hard firework to find nowadays, you know, and the Open Fire 2, I don't think it's quite as good, but it is still a very, very good firework. As a matter of fact, in the video that I did last year, the display, which I haven't put up yet, sorry about that, is, you know, that was one of the most oohs and ahs out of the whole display. So, you know, looking forward to setting that one off again. Then we have one of the new fireworks again this year that we've not tried before. This is the Never Ending Story, and this is a big firework. This is a big heavy firework. It's Galactic Fireworks' own brand, you can see there. 198 shots, and this is a stunning cake. It really is such an underrated firework. It tells you some of the details there. I won't bore you with all of that, but just have a look at the video. It really is a very, very impressive firework. It's not fanned, it's just a straight vertical firework, but it's a two-stage firework. It has a lovely mine effect, and going to such vivid, bright colours and bright bouquets. I mean, Nigel, you know, he said to me it's probably one of the most vivid, colourful fireworks that they sell, and I agree with him. I really think this is such an impressive firework. The blues, the purples, the reds, the golds, it's all there, and it's got crackling as well, and a beautiful multi-shot finale. Very underrated firework. Never-ending story by Galactic Fireworks. I'm looking forward to setting that one off. Then we have the Blue Heaven, which I was surprised at just how big this firework is. You know, this is a big piece. Some of you might remember a few years ago, the 49ers, they came out with the 49ers original and the 49ers Blue Heaven. They came in after a year and went after a year. I have no idea why. The original was amazing. But amazingly enough, this year they've come back with this one, which is the Blue Heaven. And this is a revamped version. The original Blue Heaven I didn't think was that good. The original was very good, but the first Blue Heaven I wasn't a huge fan of. But this one, very, very impressive. Lots of gold and blue stars together. Very, very impressive. And they're running out of stock of that one, so if you want to get your hands on it, go quickly, because they will go. They're a very impressive firework, and I'm looking forward to setting that one off. Candy Flies, another new one for this year. I'm sorry to shuffle on the floor here. Candy Flies. Now this is by Taipan, which is part of Absolute Fireworks. Very, very fast firing cake. This one I think is around the £30 mark, maybe a little bit less than that. And very impressive. It's extremely fast firing. It's a 30mm cake. From what I remember, it's a 30mm cake anyway, or around that. It's certainly very close to maximum bore. And it's very fast firing. It's 25 shots, and it's over in about 12 seconds. So if you're, you know, tight on budget and you want length rather than, you know, real wow factor fast firing fireworks, then I would stay away from this, because it is very fast firing, but it is amazing. Just have a look at the video and you'll see, I mean, for a firework of this price and this size, you know, it's not the biggest. Very, very impressive. So it's Candy Flies by Taipan. Then we have 3 of the cube candles, and we're going to probably set them up in a rack, just like this, in a formation, light all 3 at once. This is the Mortar Attack. The other ones that you've got available is the Ballistic Attack, the Bazooka Attack, and the Uzi Attack. And this is a very unusual one, actually. I can't remember the name of the effect, but when a star goes up, it goes up, and then all of a sudden it starts going its own way and zooms across the sky. That is a very professional effect, and you don't see too many fireworks for consumer level that have those. And it also has a large screeching. It is like a mortar going off. It's like a mine effect. So a very unusual candle, and you know, I think 3 of these fired off together is going to make a really nice spectacle. So you know, very, very nice, and I think the candles are about £12 each. For the members, I think they're £7.60 or something like that each. So again, that's for the Firework Forum members. It's free to join. Go on to Galactic Fireworks and join the Firework Forum, and you will be you will have a certain amount of discounts for certain fireworks that Galactic sells. So very, very good, these candles. Now this is a replacement firework. We were originally going to go for 0 to 60, which I have every year. As I mentioned last year in my video, and I'll mention it again if you haven't seen that, it's always a good idea just before your finale, before you really hit them hard with a big finale, have a quiet firework and bring everyone down. And what that does is, as I said, it brings everyone down, but then it will really make the impact of the finale so much bigger and greater. You know, little trick of the trade, which I don't think people really do enough, especially in you know, village displays. It's a very underrated effect, because if you bring everyone down, all of a sudden that big loud finale sounds 10 times louder, and people are like, wow, that was amazing. But this is Blue Blitz anyway. Enough of me blabbering on. and this is part of the Brothers Heavyweight 500 gram collection. So this basically was designed for the American market. Anytime you see Brothers Heavyweights up to 500 grams of powder, that really is aimed at the American market because they have a maximum of 500 grams, whereas us in the UK, I think it's 1200 grams or something like that. Next year it will be 1000 grams. That will be the limit. But this is a really nice firework, fast firing, Z firing, and it has flying fish effect, so a green shoal of flying fish and blues as well in there. I don't know why it's called Blue Blitz. There's not actually that much blue in it, but a very, very good firework, and I would I'd recommend people having a look at that. Then we have the Explosive Box 2, which is incredible. This firework absolutely blew me away last year. It was incredible. I'm not really going to say too much about it. All I'm going to say is just go online, go on YouTube, type in Cube Fireworks Explosive Box 2, and it'll show you how good this firework is. As a matter of fact, they got a little description here, and this is they say the Cube Fireworks team saying that this could be an award winner, and I agree. This really is. I think, you know, they got the Explosive Box 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this is the best one. So, you know, have a look at that one. And then we have our finale. And for the finale, we have 2 Fireworks Crazies on each side, 100 shot barrage. I mentioned this to you last year. I said to you guys that I thought this would be an award winner, and sure enough, it has not let me down. It has won numerous awards, and a phenomenal firework by Brothers Pyrotechnics, and I'm very glad to see it back on the shelf this year. So we have 2 of these. And then in the centre we have the Screaming Serpents, which is again Galactic Fireworks' own brand. This is their version of the Crazy Horses by Fireworks International, which it's just screeching tails. But the only difference is, rather than go into like a little silver bouquet like the Crazy Horses, this one actually goes into a crackling bouquet. So it adds that little bit more impact when it actually explodes in the sky. Another great thing about this is that this goes twice as high as any of the other fireworks. This and Crazy Horses, it goes a lot higher, so it matches so well with other fireworks as a finale because it's almost a multi-stage. Amazing. I mean, there are a few videos online, I think, of these 3 being set off as a finale, and if you have a look at that, you'll understand why we've got it. We were going to have 3 Mayhems by Galactic, which are also amazing fireworks, but they actually came out a little bit too expensive for us, which is why we've gone for these. And they're amazing, absolutely amazing. So there we go. That is the New Year's Eve firework display. Just going back across now. So we've got 2 Fireworks Crazies and a Screaming Serpents for the finale. This will be just before the finale, the Explosive Box 2, and the Blue Blitz. And the rest of these now are not really in order, but we've got the Mortar Attacks, the Candy Flies, 49ers Blue Heaven, Never Ending Story, Open Fire 2, Liquid Gold, and the 2 Stingers. And there we go. So for that, really, that's about £500 is the budget for that display. And you know, we got some really high quality pieces. As I said, about 6 minutes is roughly what we've got, and I'm very much looking forward to that. So any questions, please do ask. As I said, a couple of these we haven't let off before, things like the Liquid Gold, Never Ending Story, the new Blue Heaven we haven't let off yet, Candy Flies, Mortar Attack, Blue Blitz, and the Screaming Serpents we haven't tried ourselves before, but I have seen them in the flesh, and they're all very, very impressive. So there we go. Thank you very much. As I said, any questions or comments, please do feel free to ask, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.